On today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the NECA Real Toys Hellraiser Series 3. We're looking at the original, well, I guess the original villain from Hellraiser 1. We're having a look at Frank. Frank comes with a piece where you can collect all 4 figures to create your very own 18-inch light-up Leviathan. For those who haven't seen Hellraiser 1, Frank basically plays a pivotal role as the uncle in the first movie. And he has basically been brought to hell, and throughout the movie he basically is, well, he's brought back to life as this very disfigured looking a bloodied corpse. Now granted, he does come back in the second one as well. He plays a role in the second movie as well. But the packaging, we have a picture of Frank at the top corner there, looking very gruesome. Very gruesome. On the back of the package, the read-up says, "Only the most degraded of minds could imagine the depths that Frank sank into his search for the experience, or for experience. It was not enough to take the innocence from Kirsty or the love from Julia." Julia, that's the one that brought him back to life. But it was his meeting with the Cenobites that proved too much even for him. An audience that saw his senses taken beyond the limits and his skin taken as their trophy. And there's again a picture of Frank. The other figures that you can get in this wave, Series 3, we've got the Hell on Earth Pinhead, we've got Frank, we've got the female Cenobite, the Bloodline twins, and then Dr. Channard. Now Dr. Channard is a box set. He's not crucial in order to build the rest of these figures, or to get the full pieces to build the Leviathan, but he is a neat looking box set nonetheless. This requires, by the way, 2 AAA 1.5 volt batteries. I'll be curious to see if they actually put them inside. They probably have not. If they have, I'm sure the batteries have lost their power by now. But what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm going to get Frank out of package. We're going to have a better look at Frank. So there's more to come, guys. Stay tuned. And first, having a look at the Leviathan piece that comes with Frank. We got one of the edges, one of the sides. And one thing I want to comment on is the fact that these sides seem really sharp. I'm not even going to joke around it with like I'm sliding my hand or anything across it, because it does feel like you could probably cut yourself on it. It looks as if you have 2 pieces. There we go. You just open it up and hinge it. There's one side of the Leviathan. I really don't like how these sides feel. They do feel like you're going to cut yourself. I know just saying too much, I'm going to end up doing it, but you get one corner of it. You also get this. I guess this would be the light up base of the Leviathan, which I guess really, all right, we can kind of write it off now. It's very unlikely that this is going to be, or you could assume it to be the configuration of the cube, because it's got the, you know, the light up points to it. But it's a neat. It's certainly large. I can tell you that. It's certainly quite large. Got nice gold coloring there, which I think hopefully the light isn't shining on too much. We'll just put that there. It definitely does seem like the batteries are dead on this. So what I might actually have to do is, when I'm ready to put it together, there's a little button here. I'm going to have to change, or at least double check and make sure the batteries are in there before I start putting this all together. Comes with that, though. More certainly on the way. Other accessories, and I want to take a moment here, and I want to just discuss this for a second. See this thing right here? You can't see it. Well, here, let me help you out here. I'll zoom in. This little tiny thing right here is a switchblade. This little tiny piece right here. This piece right here will get lost in about the span of 15 seconds after I finish this review. Look how small that is. There's only one accessory that I have seen that is worse than this, and that's Tiffany's cigarette, which was probably about like that. I mean, really? I get the point that, you know, yeah, cool, we'll give Frank a knife. In fact, let's put it in Frank's hand right now. I respect the fact that, you know, he's not even really going to hold it. No, he doesn't really even want to hold it all that well. As you can see, it just kind of flops around in there. You know, it's nice that they went and made the effort to give us something like this, but why even bother? That's gonna get lost. That's so gonna get lost. Oh well. He also does come with a mouse or a rat. We'll assume it's a rat. We'll also assume it's dead. I would assume this rat is dead. It might not be. Maybe it's his friend. There's a little rat tail going on there. Maybe what we could do is put the rat, have him kind of sitting on Frank's arm like that. That's his little buddy. He's like, hey. By the way, he is moving. Don't be alarmed. He's like, hey, where are we going to go to today, Frank? I was thinking about going to hell. Oh, sounds good with me. Alright, let's get these accessories out of his hand. Come on. Put that aside. We'll put this knife that I'm going to lose right out of the way here. Let's zoom into Frank's face. Very garish face. And you can see the detail work. There's a little bit of hair or something on there. I don't know if that was his original hair or if I've added that. You can see Frank's detail all there. His exposed head. The very disfigured, skinless face of Frank. He's also got blood all over his jacket. All over his jacket. Could you imagine what his cleaning bill is like? There's blood all over his shirt. Or it could be cherry Kool-Aid. I'm assuming it's blood. He, of course, has blood. All his skin is missing on his fingers as well, and on his hands. Frank certainly has seen better days. One thing that could be said for any Hellraiser movie as you watch it, at least the originals, is that they're quite bloody. Especially Hellraiser 2, I find at times is that guy with the mattress at the beginning. I'm not even going to get into it for the younger viewers, but oh, that's just so gross. So very gross. But it definitely does look like Frank. I have to say, they did a good job on the sculpt of Frank. Even the paint as well, they've given it this kind of glistening, shiny paint on Frank. Around his neck area there and his face. Let's really not sell short his jacket, though. His jacket and his pants. He's got a nice detail on his pants. He's got nice detailed shoes going on there as well. You could, if you want, try to take the jacket off, but I would sound like a broken record when I say this. The sleeves, the arms themselves, you'd have to take the arms off, put the arms back on, but as well, his arms are going to still be of the jacket, so it would make no sense. But it's nice that this is a separate piece. In the way of Frank's articulation, Frank has a very nice ball-jointed head. So you can get a lot of movement out of Frank here. You can also rotate his arms all the way around. There is a rotation in the elbow on the one arm. This arm, though, oh yeah, there is as well. I was going to say there was only the one arm, but it's on both as well. Waist swivel as well, and nothing in the shoes. So you basically get, 6 points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, you get 8 if you factor in the hands as well. For what he is, he's not really all that bad. I think it's really, really sad that we get this tiny little knife that we have to do something with. There's no way he's going to... Even if I put him on display, that knife is going to get lost easily. And really, without the knife, then he's just kind of... I don't know. Maybe he's shaking walnut shells in his hands. Or he's got dice. Maybe he's playing dice. I don't know. Anyways, though, Frank is still a pretty decent looking figure. if you are collecting the Hellraiser figures and you really want to, you know, finish off your set, you can't really go wrong with Frank, who spent more time really in Hellraiser 1 than even Pinhead did. Frank, I'm going to give Frank a 7.5. Just really good work on the detail. The paint's pretty solid. Yeah, Frank's totally going to get that. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the NECA Real Toys Hellraiser Series 3 figures. We're looking today with Frank, who came with a stand, a light-up stand, as well as one piece of the Leviathan. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Let me know down below what you guys think of this figure and what you guys would rate this figure. And I will see you guys next time. Silly knife.